Hey y'all, welcome to WatchaMania. It's AEW Dynamite Fishers, Indiana watch along and live reactions for December 4th, 2024. I'm your host, as always, Advid Devon. How we doing today, y'all? If you were here in those early moments, do apologize. That was the art stream layout that me and my buddy Willie do over on his channel, Willie O. If you're interested in that, Sundays at 1 p.m. That's not normal, 2 p.m. actually, 2 p.m. Eastern. That's not intended to be a plug. I just feel the need to clarify as to what that was. But setting that aside, how's we doing on this day? Hope everybody is ready for the Graps. We're about to have an intense week of Graps. Rampage, for example, is looking stacked. Doing good. Love to see this. And when you really feature on a wrestling stream, we love. Yes, no, we do love Willie. He's awesome. Very good friend of mine. My partner in crime. But yes, was entirely unintentional. It was just a oof. So that happens. But yes, barring that, hope we in the mood for some Graps, because we're going to have it in a large tonight. Looks like we only got 2 C2 matches tonight, which understandable. You know, we got so many other things going on the show, and I think that's probably a good thing. In fact, these last couple of Rampages could be put to use to really give a place for the C2, so that way Dynamite can have more room to develop stories. Yo, Wyatt, what's up, my guy? Set to make his C2 debut next Tuesday. Love to see it. What's up, Dara? How goes it, man? Hey, everybody's here. Squad rolling in. Gotta keep an eye on the time, because I was a little late to pulling out the screen, you know, botches and all that. Yo, Ben. Lodestar, greetings, my friend. Hope you're doing well yourself. Indeed, I am. Greg! Oh my gosh! Everybody's here! I love this. This is awesome. I'm literally just like, hey! First, hey! Hey! It feels like the right kind of get together. But no, we got ourselves Jay White versus Pac tonight. Who can out prick the other? You know? The gang's all here. No truth. Truth. Love this so much. Truth, no Ron killings. By the way, y'all, please do drop a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. Goes a long way in supporting the stream, especially early doors here. Gets us boosted in the algorithms. Specifically before the show goes live, you know, we want to give people the chance to find us before we settle in to whatever opens us up. Probably a promo segment if we're going by what Dynamite is nowadays, but I'd love for them to pull a swerve and start us off with a match. Glad I got out early. Yes, my man's got out early. Yo, I love it. I got out early yesterday. Such a freeing feeling. It's like, oh man, that check's going to be a little lighter, but you know what? Right now, I feel real good about it. And honestly, I did feel good about it. Got an extended workout in and still ended up getting home at the normal time I would have gotten home from work. So I was like free to just vibe and getting everything else set up. It is going to be a fun night indeed. Keeping an eye on that clock. Yes. We don't want any more kerfuffles this evening, you know. About a minute or so, y'all. Those of you who have been here know the drill. Those of you who have not, want to let you know we're going to experience some brief buffering, about 30 seconds at the top of the hour, if all goes according to plan, of course, because we're going to get ourselves a commercial-free edition of the show to watch along, which, by the way, you will have access to if you join the Discord, as we sidecast any and all shows we watch along over there. Yeah, a bit of plug mode. Sorry if I'm kind of coming off all, like, shilly at the moment. Just, when I fall into that groove, I fall into that groove. But yes, there's the link to the Discord for you in the chat if you're not familiar with it. If you are not familiar with Discord in general, very easy to make a profile, although verify it might be an extra step or two. Still relatively easy, much like Blue Sky, another platform that we've become very familiar with. Alrighty, gonna fire up that Nord now. Gonna put a pause to this music. Again, y'all, brief buffering for about 30 seconds if all goes according to plan, and then after that, smooth sailing from here. Yeah, I am the excite. Something tells me we're gonna open up with a C2 match. I think that'd be the right call, if you ask me. Yeah, it could be Claudio versus Brody. I think that could be the main event. I think we open up with Shelton versus Fletcher, honestly. I think that's a real shout. Because that's the kind of pace we need to start the show off. We should be all good to go, y'all. Yes. Made it live for the broadcast. Let's fucking go. Hey. We could be the Battle Royal to close and Claudio versus the Open. Oh, you know what? That's a shout, Xander. I could see that being the case. Alternately, I could see it being vice versa. Because the Battle Royale, you need to have a little more leniency for time in terms of production. But yes, by the way, now the show's getting started, I will remind y'all, for those who may just be tuning in, do drop a thumbs up if you could be so kind. Early doors especially so, but really anytime goes a long way in supporting the channel. Goes a long way in pushing the stream to those who might be looking for these kind of vibes. I'm ready to hear Claudio's intense theme. I want to be like, why are they being like 1-0? But I suppose that looks more interesting on the graphic there than 3 points. Also love we've already had a time limit draw in the tournament. I hope it's not the only one, personally. It's going to be great. Watch Brody and Claudio go to a time limit draw. Commander's already got the 0 points against Will Ospreay. It's like this match didn't technically happen, but y'all know how it would go, right? Y'all see it happening, right? Brody main eventing again? Yes. Yes, called it with the opener. Makes sense to do the Battle Royal in between. Yes. This theme hits so hard. Yo, Lashley's out here too? In the suede suit? Come on. This will be... Oh, it's going to be so fast-paced. I'm sure it'll have its more tempered moments, but overall, I can see these boys going a mile a minute. And also, I'm interested in this match because outside of Swerve, this is the most established opponent in the company that Shelton's going to have up until this point. You know, I say that. He just faced off against Mark Briscoe. But when I say established, I suppose I should also apply the asterisk meaning protected as well. Because I feel like Mark Briscoe is not as protected as he should be. Especially for somebody who just recently had a world championship run. In fact, I'm very scared Mark Briscoe is going to play the exact same role this tournament this year that he did last year's. Lashley versus Cage or Archer Hill to cash. Oh my God, Michael! Look you out here, like look at the meat division matches we could have. It doesn't matter. The tournament creates its own stakes, no matter what alignment. No, true, Riga, and that's what I'm so happy about, right? Because like you don't even have to. Like I feel like I have not once seen somebody go, "Oh, but this is a heel versus heel match." Like, yeah, duh, that's what this tournament is gonna do. Like this tournament. The thing is, if you're going to have a heel v heel situation, you have to have something to it that makes people interested in it. even from a kayfabe perspective, because you can always look at it from the smart perspective of, oh, people like this heel work, you know? But if you look at it from a fan's perspective, oh, I don't like either of these people. Why do I want to see them wrestle? Well, the stakes they have in this tournament versus the other people you do want to see wrestle, that might matter, you know? For example, if you're invested in Daniel Garcia's run through the Blue League, this match matters to you as a fan. It's real neat. We got a lockup. But also welcome in, Regan. Michael, I don't think I said welcome to y'all properly. Hope y'all is enjoying your afternoon, your evening. Your break, please. And then when you try to look at it from the pro wrestling dynamic, you can still have Shelton Benjamin lean tweener real fast because he's just so badass and so loved by a lot of the base. I saw that sneaky little free Phoenix sign pop up on camera next to the right turnbuckle. Hard cam side, I should specify.
Not only that, Shelton Benjamin, seemingly to echo your point, Don, Shelton Benjamin purpose built for these round robin tournament scenarios. This will be his 9th career round robin tournament.
Really?
College football player, a great track athlete.
Did not know that. Without the C2, it's also hard to book a storyline that leads to Darby potentially aligning with the House of Black. Kind of, I suppose, yeah, you're right. Because the House of Black, how do you get them involved with Darby and or Death Rider's business otherwise without that segment last week? And I love that because it snuck up on us. We didn't even know it was gonna end up being that way until it was. Ran him right down that pop. Love that.
Shelton Benjamin taking Kyle Fletcher off of his feet momentarily, and now Fletcher.
I find this interesting too because like Fletcher just got that win over Ospreay. To have him then immediately lose to Shelton, which very, very solid competitor, top tier athlete, top tier name even. But you'd argue the momentum for Fletcher is stronger, right? In fact, the more I think about it, it feels like a Fletcher win. If he's on the same track he was. Oh my god. Down the line like a year, our Darby and Brody tag team 3. Excellent. It's both. I hear that, Riga. I think that trope can be a little overdone sometimes in pro wrestling, but I think that if you do it with anybody, they are the two. Especially if you actually have Darby like aligning with the House of Black.
Continental Classic, Brody King, Claudio Castagnoli, both men sitting at 3 points. Both men would love to leave Dynamite, Tony, at 6.
It's my favorite time of year, of course. The holidays upon us, and the Continental Classic.
Yeah, did they go to a draw? One way or the other? And Ospreay's better chant from Fisher's. The way that he is. Yep, Shelton's definitely babyfacing up for this crowd. Ospreay's better.
Any answers for you guys?
That's so.
I love the strategy here because Shelton Benjamin, to me, he's trying to play it cool, but I think this is frustrating him a little bit. We're dictating the pace right now. That's what Kyle Fletcher's doing.
I mean, not wrong.
Dictating the pace.
A little tit for tat here. Who's going to make the first mistake? That's what it's all about really right now. I think the more time that Kyle Fletcher waits, the
That's not a bad shout.
I don't think he wants to really mixed up with this great athlete.
When it comes to two people like this, it's the first mistake that leads to the result of the match.
This is going to be a very evenly matched wrestling contest tonight. Okay.
They're technically not seconds. They are. We learned last year that commentary is a loop. If you're on commentary, you're technically not ringside. It's just, but the understanding is that if you were to then stand up and get involved, fine, it's suspended in kayfabe. And Don Callis, arguably more than most wrestlers, doesn't want that happening to him, because then he can't be there to pull his shit. He can't be there to speak on behalf of his guys. Can't be there to have his face be on things.
I don't observe daylight savings time or time zones. Swing and a miss. And Shelton Benjamin trying to go for perhaps
Breaking his control.
on Fletcher. Fletcher fighting his way out of it.
Oh, the high crotch. Nice standing release.
Head and shoulders, and Shelton Benjamin crouched low, accelerates forward, and Fletcher though uses
Oh, and they both go to the outside with the cactus line. Nubby already starting a feud with 2WC champ on Discord messages before it starts.
picture.
Why? Why Ben got beef?
Yeah, it looks like Shelton Benjamin is, I don't know, was flexing his left hand there.
Watch Wyatt come in, win it on his debut.
I believe so. And Kyle Fletcher, I tell you what, if your back is out, Don, if his
Sheldon vs. Hook sounds like an incredible match.
the remainder of this
Ooh, that's a fun one, Rika.
What I would get up and check on.
Said he was coming for the goal.
Observing the rules here. And of course, this match should it end in a double
Yeah, about that.
both men would take 1 point away in the Continental Classic.
Ooh.
Similar to Kazuchika Okada and Daniel Garcia this past Saturday night, but
Yeesh.
Shelton Benjamin powerful.
The way he had to do a full ass back roll off that chop. He said, "Oh, nah."
Wall. Shelton returning Kyle Fletcher to the ring. And Shelton, you could see just by his body language, Daddy Man,
Love this.
confidence.
Yep, looks.
Ever since he dumped Kyle on his head moments ago, he's been in charge of this thing here.
And Don, that's got to be a bit unnerving for Kyle Fletcher. You talk at length about his size, about his frame, Kyle Fletcher, but to be manhandled by Shelton Benjamin like that, even Kyle Fletcher,
I'm curious about the battle royal.
got to take him off his game a little bit. Well, it's not something
Why are you sending him back to the outside? Does he have a plan out here?
Benjamin, as I said, very special athlete.
And also, Daddy Magic, my understanding is he's actually just a part of the commentary booth for the evening. There's no, like, he's not a representative or in alignment with anybody in the match.
Yep. Talking about you, champ. Yep. Shelton Benjamin. Wow.
Made a mistake.
An uncharacteristic error there from Shelton Benjamin, but the presence of Don Callis at ringside. He looked like he was gonna hurt me. I don't know. I'm just sitting here.
I didn't see anything wrong there with what you did there, Don.
Shelton Benjamin.
Here's my thing. Everyone's banned from ringside, but if someone's music hits and they come out on the stage,
Taking advantage.
does that count?
This is what Kyle Fletcher does better than anyone, I think, in all league.
Because it will most definitely distract, but is that indefinite interference in the match?
I don't know about turning his back to Shelton Benjamin here. It's cost him a couple.
I feel like the answer could just simply be yes, but I feel like there's also an argument to be made, you know?
And Fletcher, though, yeah, could be wasting time there. As Shelton Benjamin now some body shots. As Fletcher, though, grounding Shelton Benjamin, trying to take the oxygen out of the lungs of
That's an interesting shout, Xander. I also think that, well, they're in different leagues, but I was going to allude to Nick Wayne and Daniel Garcia because Nick Wayne going for the TNT title is, I believe, something they specified. The Patriarchy did a promo last month. They have not done much to lead off of that, which has made it very easy to forget.
driving him down.
But that is an element to consider.
The second week of action.
I want that title to be unified into a different title so badly.
Shelton Benjamin
So badly, y'all. You have no idea.
looking for 3 more points.
And not for nothing, but it's one of the weaker designs for the company in terms of championships. That being the Continental Championship.
Benjamin would give them 6 points. So who's going to get 6 points tonight, or will it be 4 points each?
Yeah, 4 points in the event of a draw. Both men would take away 1 point. It is imperative, Daddy Magic, to get out into an early lead in a tournament like this. The table.
I love that the theme for the C2 tonight, one league or the other, is who's taking the indefinite lead coming out of the night. Because we have both matches are between two people who have gotten their first win. Darby ended up getting Danny ended up getting a tie last Saturday, and now he's going to have 2 back-to-back matches on Friday and Saturday. And I find that interesting because I've realized how a round robin has made it so you don't have to do anything in sequential order. Every match has to happen once. They can happen whenever. So we could do like 8 Blue League matches, do 1 Gold League match, and then go back to the Blue League for 3 matches, then do 12 Gold League matches. Like, they can just do that if they want to. It'll make it a little harder to keep up, but the point being is, like, they have an advantage with having 3 shows weekly. They can spread it out a bit more and just do what they want to when it's most convenient. Where's my membership gone? I guess it expired, my friend, but it is only 99 cents. So if you're looking to renew, do renew. Show us them emotes, because they're a lot of fun. I feel like, in fact, let's get some Brodies in here. Bopped him in the face. You seen Rampage lineup? It's insane. It's so insane. I love it. There's literally 3 C2. There's more C2 matches on Rampage than there is on tonight. Yes. Yeah. I love it. Rhea. Ever the contrarian. 8. Oh. And then took out by the clothesline. Wasn't no Claudio clothesline, though. Took a page out of his book. The New Japan are out of unifying titles rather than WWE's and recently what they do. Yeah, it's just, oh, we got 2 belts stuck together now. And we just call it the unified whatever, or we merge names. Like, no, we don't need to do any of that. But that being said, we don't want to focus too much on comparing companies, just because that can open up rabbit holes to conversations we don't want to have. But yes, I would very much like it to just, like, for one championship to absorb the Continental Championship, and the only difference for that title be that it is competed for in this tournament every year. Whether it's the TNT title, the International title, or the World title. Do it with one of them. Woo! Man's almost flew himself out the ring with that calf kick. That was nice. Half and half. Almost looked like he bit his finger there. I think Shelton. Wow, that Michinoku driver with that extra spin to it. Nice. That can be combined for real. 100% Riga. And people will be like, oh, then you have to call it the Intercontinental title. No, you don't. It can just be the International title still. I feel like the only reason that hasn't happened this year is because they put the belt on Takeshita, who then has dates elsewhere to fulfill. That was the good old Dragon Whip kick. Better than any. The winner of this match will be in the lead if, in fact, we get a winner out of this.
That's right. As we saw Saturday night at Collision, Tony, it's a 20-minute time limit, right? And those, sands through the hourglass, they slip away so quickly.
I like the idea of making the dying days of Rampage the craziest show on TV. For real, like, let's do it. And then for, like, the New Year's Smash episode, the last one, let's just have, like, I don't know, Mox defend his title there or something, you know? Like, just be like Mox versus Darby. Yeah, title stays separate, but every match for the champion is in. Oh, I see what you're saying, Rhea. So then, like, in the second match, now the title, the international, like, they have the international title move to 3 different people throughout the 6 weeks of the tournament. Because I kind of dig that. Honestly, that's what I thought was going to happen in last year's tournament. So when Eddie lost his first match in the first week and dude didn't have the open weight and ROH titles, I was like, so I guess it's gradually through the tournament? Ooh, he was going for that burning thrust kick, got caught with one Fletcher zone. I always wanted to see to more of a crown name title and Continental Fletcher and the winner automatically. I can get that. I totally understand. I wanted to be. Ooh, that was so close. Automatically in the next C2 unless he is world champion. Yeah. It's very fair. Also, y'all, with Rampage going away, what happens to the Royal Rampage? It was one of my favorite matches in AEW. There it is. Burning thrust kick nailed him. This one hair is tickling my nose, and I hate it.
This is something, Tony. It really is, man.
Another waist lock.
Ooh. Didn't release him there.
Shelton Benjamin now
You
going
know how it happened.
a second German suplex.
Your man's in trouble, Don. He's trying to pull himself up here now.
And Tony, we mentioned how rare it is for an athlete the size of Kyle Fletcher to be ragdolled like this is.
Who's going to charge him? He said, no, we got to do another one then. There it is. Yo, this crowd is so here for it.
They're on their feet here.
My nose is like literally red from scratching. That's hilarious.
As Shelton Benjamin closing the distance. The knee strike. Fletcher goes down.
Oh, Kyle rode onto the rope.
I'm not sure, again, if that was instinct or self-preservation, but either way,
I think it was instinct.
Fletcher rolls through, sunset flip. Gives up the pinning predicament instead. Looking for the roll. Look at this.
Wow. Don Callis was like, oh shit, he just did that. Oh, some tells me there's gonna be some beef between the Syndicate and the family. Well, Rampage could be a max. That's what I was thinking, Darth, is like, do they make Rampage just like become a yearly event that they host, you know, Blood and Guts and the Royal Rampage at? Because I think I'd be here for that. Stole it over Shelton. Damn.
Saturday night at Collision.
Yes, it's Saturday ahead tonight.
I knew I was forgetting something. 1 second.
Continue with the Continental Classic. And now a chance to become a Continental champion. Juice Robinson almost pulled out one of his biggest wins. Nothing hidden about that blade. Will Ospreay will get 3 points. An important victory for the area.
Nothing happened. What you talking about?
You can see, feeling the effect. Take a look. It was only 7 nights ago. At Full Gear, Daniel Garcia became
Even the show Rampage stops, Royal Rampage can still remain MASH type name. Yeah,
Continental Classic.
I think you just do it on the Dynamite that you do Blood and Guts on whenever you do it. The thing with that is there will only be room for maybe one other match on the card at that point.
Upset this is gonna be. There's the bell. Okada hung on. Each man will get 1 point.
Well, right now it seems like Kyle Fletcher has all the momentum. Heading into
Hey, Hook.
the classic, but Tony Schiavone.
There's the signal.
You see, that's what I was thinking, Darth, is that they like it could be, well, no, because they're doing what I don't think they have a month that's available.
The young protege of Christian Cage put out the challenge for the
Coming out with a mic. He doesn't come out. He came out with a mic already ready, instead of picking one up on the steps or anything like that. Let's go. In-ring promo. Let's get to this more often.
Nick Wayne, I heard what you said this past weekend. So you
Those
want to
rocks.
fight me in a couple weeks in New York City? Well, I got a better idea. I'd rather fight your father at Hammerstein Ballroom and leave him in worse condition than my father was left in by you guys. And for you, Nick, how about you come and fight me right here, right now?
Of course, our broadcast colleague Taz still
Let's
recovering
go.
from the attack by Christian Cage.
Once upon a time, Hook never spoke a word. Now he comes out with a mic. Right? How times have changed. And not for nothing, I've been wanting this for a long time. Because I knew he had it in him. I feel like they were taking baby steps with him because they did not want to expose him or even overexpose him.
Hopefully he's on the mend.
And there we see that dented case.
I want that case to be dented, split at the corner, and folded in half by the time he actually casts it in. And there we are. There we are.
Kip Sabian and Nick Wayne.
This is trouble here. They jumped out right in front of us. Yeah, they jumped right
If I don't hear Joe's music.
Plan from the workout.
Well, you know what? Better yet. Yeah, just have them whoop their asses 2-1.
The kick for Nick Wayne.
That feels like some Hook shit.
Red Rum locked in on Nick Wayne.
Oh, no, she's coming in. She's probably going to have some pepper spray or some shit.
And now his mother. Hook's got to have
Oh, watch it.
I think he might
Hook shouldn't have been standing around. He should have kept on laying into him.
Absolutely brutal. This is Christian Cage to a T. To a T.
Look at this Christian Cage.
Telling him to get chairs.
Sending Kip Sabian and Nick Wayne out to the floor. Kip Sabian looking for a chair. I'm not sure what Nick Wayne's looking for.
Agreed, Lone Star. That's what I'm saying. Like, who else is going to save Hook? I mean, Shibata's around, right?
Absolutely.
Look at those 2 chairs coming in.
Come on now.
Now trying to isolate the arm of Hook. It wasn't bad enough that they injured Taz. Now they have to injure Hook.
This is ridiculous. Trying to break his wrist.
Oh no! No! The concerto from Nick Wayne on that wrist.
Specifically to his hand.
I'm afraid we're going to need some medical attention here for Hook.
Matters right now. So take care of your hand, and we'll talk later.
Look how smug
Take care of
Christian Cage is. This is a 4-on-1 assault.
That hand has to be broken.
Hook does have some loner vibes, but I really feel like somebody should have came out to help. If it wasn't Joe or Joe or Shibata, really, like we saw earlier this year that becoming a real good trio. Mercedes Monet solo. Man,
You know not to ask me any questions.
let the Hook
before I have to
situation
say
breathe.
something. Indianapolis. Say hello to your CEO. Mercedes, after we spoke last week on Rampage, Camille was found attacked backstage. Do you care to comment? Didn't I tell you not to speak of that name ever again? Are you obsessed with Camille? Look, everybody knows Camille quit. That means she doesn't work for me anymore. That means I am not liable. I have no concerns for Camille, but you know what I am concerned about? Anna Jay sticking her nose where it doesn't belong.
You didn't say no.
You see, at Full Gear, I showed the entire world why I am the greatest TBS champion of all time. Now tonight, Anna Jay has a match against Penelope Ford, and I'll be watching that match very closely. And just remember, ladies, there's always a price to pay when you mess with money. Bye, Renee.
Witness the best wrestle live. The Continental Classic has begun and continues this Saturday on a very special collision live from Galaxy.
Yeah, I wonder if Hook's still gonna end up with that busted hand. And interesting too, because didn't
The Gold League takes center stage.
we see
Claudio Castagnoli and
Zay's hand get taken out by Death Riders?
YMA defends the Women's World Championship against Mina Shirakawa. These and all Continental Classic events are on sale now at AEW.com.
Christmas Collision. Okay. Did not know that was what it was being billed as. Cool. Winter is coming this next week. Wonder if they're going to do anything big for it. These healed teams be doing the same shit, right? Like, imagine. I want to imagine that Chris Cage was like, so Mox, we can do this one better. Just trying to outdo the Death Riders of the Death Riders thing. Nah, that's not. Obviously, that's not what's happened. But hopefully, that's not the route they try taking with this. Though it does look like he's going to be getting more directly involved with Mox. If the end of, I almost said World's End, Full Gear was anything to go by. And also, he said he had more pressing matters to deal with, so I imagine, to attend to, were his words. So I imagine that's where we're going with this. Cope and Christian never team again. I think so, because I genuinely think that's where we were going. If Cope didn't get injured earlier this year, I think by now we would have seen them united, or at the very least telling a story about it. Damn it, an injury bug. Yeah, there's this thing about jumping off the top of 20-foot steel cages that really seems to not be in favor of wrestlers' health this year. I would venture to request that nobody else do a dive from the top of the cage like the next calendar year. Please. Please. At the very least, without anybody else there to catch you. You know, trying to dive onto somebody through a table, no bueno. And in the case of Copeland, please, at the very least, move them a little farther away from the turnbuckle. Darby Allin respectfully declines. He said, you got it. Blood and guts next year. Off the top, on to someone else. For real, Lone Star. That was like, oh my gosh, he was just about to remind everybody who the hell he was. Even if he wasn't going to be getting much wins in the tournament, we were going to remember that Juice Robinson was a great singles competitor. And unfortunately, it's going to have to be something we're reminded of a little down the line. So I'm just hoping that he gets it to get that things come together for him sooner rather than later.
Disappointed in you. I'm disappointed with your performance, man. That ain't how we do it, baby.
Oh, here we go. Yo, and then it glitched his out. Oh. I'm sorry, I don't care that. All right. Talk about a recovery segment. Damn. Technical difficulties are really getting in the way of this. Security just trying to help. That works in their favor. That's what I was saying. Like, it makes it look like they're beating the crap out of them so badly that they're cutting the feed and shit. I love that he starts beating dude up and Bobby comes by. Hey, man, come on, not like this. Like, who's putting their hands on me? Smash. How fucking dare you? Another security guard. No, this isn't how this is going down. We're hurting people right now. Where's your record? Last two women face each other next week. Winner of that will face MJF. Wait, what? That's different. Normally, it's MJF is in the Battle Royal. And okay, they've changed it up. Okay, so we got Top Flight, Action Andretti. We got Brian Cage and Lance Archer. Mark Davis. Kyle O'Reilly. Evil Uno. I thought up until this point it was MJF competed in the Battle Royal. And it came down who the last two people then competed at Winter is Coming for the ring. I hope Wardlow returns sometime. Same. I hope that knee issue works itself out. Adam Cole and Evil Uno do the video game thing. So Evil Uno is trying to be like, hey, Uno but no silver, right? Wow, the amount of people in the crowd that were on the same page is great. No, for real, Riga. Not even just big dudes, but hybrid heavyweight style big dudes. Like Wardlow, who were jumping around and diving all the time. That puts so much extra pressure on their knees on a regular basis.
Lance Archer, Brian Cage, the biggest men in this match. And as you mentioned, the Butcher with a lot of success in Battle Royals. Elimination after elimination. motivation seems to come to the Butcher.
Guys, these matches are so dangerous. Somebody could just roll an ankle. You got somebody get landed on you. You don't know what's coming, what's behind you. You have no idea.
As Lance Archer now with Darius Martin out on the apron. As remember how MJF, he employed the Don Callis family almost as mercenaries to prevent Adam Cole
Very fair
from
shout.
making it to the match at full gear. And it was the Dynamite Diamond ring
Would not be surprised if we got all 7 of them out here, honestly, but it looks like we got 4 thus far. Paul, Bryce, Rick, and Aubrey.
And he wants to make sure that he is the only one to have that diamond ring. He's been the only owner of it since we started these.
Yeah, MJF since 2019, every year he has won that Dynamite Diamond ring, and it has been pivotal in his ascent here in All Elite Wrestling, Daddy Magic.
Well, we've seen him use that ring how many times now over the years? Smashing people in the face with this thing.
As now Lance Archer going to work, taking out Rocky Romero, a shot to the
Not
body,
wrong.
Mark
That's
Davis.
what becomes of him when he doesn't have that there anymore.
Be focused on one opponent, and then from out of nowhere, another man just clips you from behind.
That's what I was saying. You don't know what's coming next. I appreciate the Mark Davis here trying to hang out in the corner. That's probably the safest place to be.
I hear that, Riga. That's not a bad shout. I think Mark Davis will be doing stuff sooner rather than later, though. Oh, well, look at that. Wow. What?
For months now, but
They came out here with the matching gear and everything.
yeah, it's every man for themselves. This is for
The way Leo in action just eliminated them like that. Nah.
shot at MJF in the Dynamite Diamond ring. It's
Gonna come down.
I hope that goes places because they've been intriguing me for weeks now. Ever since they did that Rampage episode that almost entirely revolved around Top Flight Airlines in one way or another. I was real intrigued to see where that went with Leo, with action. What's the opposite of Top Flight or action in Leo? Bottom crawl.
a tall order given to
Underground transport.
Archer. And look at this, Mark Davis.
Damn.
Pong by Cage and Archer.
They're just beating up Excalibur.
Well, he had his partner. Oh, wait.
As Mark Davis
Dude McManic. Oh, no, that's not good. His leg clipped off the apron. Something fierce there. There's Subway. New tag feud would be nice. For real, in a tag feud not having anything to do with the titles is great. Just the L Train.
Action Andretti. You have members of the conglomeration in there together.
Yeah, Rocky Romero, Kyle O'Reilly.
And then, of course, you have the Murder Hawk Monster.
MJF, I'm coming. All right.
And of course,
Is Adam Cole the only one who's solo here?
yeah, a lot of tag team success for Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly together, but a lot of tag team success in the
Yep,
past.
Future Shock.
Seems
If you think about it.
like if to hear Kyle O'Reilly tell it, that is ancient history.
It's sad to see.
L Train running.
How do you get somebody like Brian Cage out of this thing?
Oh.
He's trying to do it by himself here.
You're supposed to be in this mat.
Two-man like you
12.
right now, trying to get Cage out of there. There you see at the far side. Let's get a third over there, boys.
Yes, the 4 reps we got are Aubrey, Bryce, Rick, and Paul.
One-on-one for those two men. Looking forward to that one as right
Just keeping track of the people for prediction series, y'all.
Leo Rush, a little bit of trouble right here. He is right on the apron of the ring. He needs to scoot underneath.
as Kyle O'Reilly with the boot of the Butcher on his throat. And look at man, Archer just stomping.
Oh, that's right.
Stepping on that ankle.
See, that's just
I'm just missing a singular one.
Rush's ankle. This guy can't jump around. He can't evade things.
We had both members of we had all 4 men in Top Flight Airlines, really. Got Rocky Romero, Lance Archer, Brian Cage, Butcher, Adam Cole,
A lot of history with one another. Dating back
Kyle O'Reilly,
to Japan Pro Wrestling.
and yeah, who was I'm forgetting?
Romero to meet him in
Someone I'm
the ring,
forgetting
meet him
right now.
inside a steel cage, but
Mark Davis.
with his opportunity to get his hands on Rocky Romero, part of this Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal.
Rocky. Okay, there we go. Got you covered.
Ready, hanging on to the top. And Rocky pawing, trying to get Andretti.
Who would you guys pick as the favorite right here, right now?
I mean, it's easy to say an athlete like Lance Archer, Tony, but we've seen historically that the biggest men in the match, oftentimes the prime targets for elimination.
I was going to say Brian Cage, but he's teetering right now.
And now,
Yo, because Brian didn't get much momentum over, this is gonna look okay.
Brian's just too
All right, he's fighting it off. I thought we were about to have Lio Rush just muscle him over. That was gonna look so impressive.
Sternum first into the turnbuckle. Goes Lio Rush, and he's in trouble now. Brian Cage is stepping on the back of the neck.
You know, guys, Butcher's still hanging in.
No, Riga, remember, this battle royale ends when 2 people are remaining, not 1 person. And those 2 people are gonna have the match next week. The winner of that match is gonna face MJF at the pay-per-view. At World's End. Wow, we got some technical difficulties this evening on AEW's part. Ricky Edwards got him. Watch us.
Who will be the final 2 men to survive the Dynamite Dozen battle?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen because instead of getting the Roddy versus Adam match, we're going to get a Roddy versus Kyle. An Adam versus Kyle match. The winner will face MJF at the pay-per-view. The way he almost threw himself over without Rocky is great. Oh.
Lio Rush and Action Andretti working in tandem to get Rocky Romero out to the apron.
Somebody could score 2 for 1 here.
That's right, Kyle O'Reilly of the conglomeration alive in this match as well. Andretti. Wow.
Pump kick. Oh, slept.
From O'Reilly eliminates Action Andretti.
How do you do Action Andretti's?
Saving his conglomeration, mate. Okay, so I'm rolling. Pretty sure that's not how that will work. Remember, that's how real. At least 1 tech issue. You know how it's authentic. That's how you know it's authentic, right? I love how it was like back in 2019 because we're doing the retro watch-alongs on Sundays, right? And I'm getting flashbacks of the first time I watched the episodes with the tech issues that are happening on them, being like, "Oh no, this is horrible for them because they're in their infancy. I don't want this to ruin the intrigue and stuff like that." And like, fast forward 5+ years, and it's like, good old AEW. They don't got this segment mic'd right. Gosh darn TBS. Got the basketball audio playing over the show. Oh! Rocky, you good, bro?
Big guy standing tall in this one so far.
Kyle's about to get bullied. Butcher is still in the match. Final 5 is Butcher.
Right-hand Butcher.
He's fighting back, man. Oh, my God.
Hey, wait, you don't want to be exchanging right hands.
Yo, Kyle, control your weight, my guy. Leo is so smooth. Dude is incredible. And here we go. Effectively a tag team situation.
Last 4 men standing.
Boy, the murder machine is having a great, great battle royal here.
Archer went for that kick, and now O'Reilly.
Don't forget about to
Lance Archer.
flip the Spanish and English commentary, and you had to watch the Spanish. Yes, Riga, I remember that. Oh, that was so frustrating. He pissed off the brutish Brian Cage and made him eliminate him. Oh, no, not quite.
Adam Cole trying to eliminate Brian Cage. And Cage trying to fight his way
Oh,
back
shit.
into the ring.
Oh, Cage too strong, man.
But Cole, I think Cole had his grip on the rope.
Not where you want to be. Anything can happen here.
Yo.
Right now.
Bro, be careful. I know what you're thinking, bro. Be careful.
On that top turnbuckle.
If this goes wrong, you're legit eliminated. Oh, thank goodness.
Cole, you're thinking Panama Sunrise, but it's a super kick. Brian Cage
He's still there.
seated on the apron.
Remember, it's got to be both feet touching the floor here.
That's a bit of a fluke. if
He's
he
still-
landed on his butt.
Yeah, this is not looking good for the Don Callis family.
Yep, there it is. Just like that. Beautiful.
Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole.
Baby.
We know 1 week from tonight, Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole face off one-on-one.
Dude, I always forget how amazing he is. It starts wrestling. It's like, right? The way that he can just make you not remember how good he is every single time. Oh, we're all right then.
To even get in the ring with him, but now he's got to.
Wow.
Week from tonight, winner
Getting TakeOver 31 flashbacks.
one-on-one.
Oh, all right. That match is gonna slap. It's gonna go so hard, dude. Wonder if it'll main event. Oh, we got the Acclaimed all together? Let's see how long that lasts.
Max, ahead of your match tonight against
Yes.
Is everything good here?
Everything's great. Thank you, Renee, for
You know what,
asking.
Renee? Everything is not all right. We have been sitting here for the past hour trying to talk him out of this. You see, MVP is so far up in your head, you're not thinking straight. What we've built, what we've become, has not been done by one person. Not Anthony, not you, and not me. Yes, you're the best wrestler alive, and we have all the faith in the world in you. But you are going about this tonight all wrong.
No.
He's just not listening to me. Please talk some sense.
Bro, he puts you on your ass.
You call yourself the best wrestler alive? Go prove it.
Oh, all right.
Support. Thank you. Guys, big match tonight. I need all your support. Hands in on 3. Ready? Break it down. 1, 2, 3. Best wrestler alive. Woo! Woo!
Bro, are you all there? A lot of people would have. Oh, brutal, Rika, but oh, damn. I don't even know if I want to be. Okay, Max. Okay, Max. Right, buddy. Wish y'all, if you could be so kind, just in case you haven't done so already, please do drop a thumbs up. It goes a long way in supporting the channel. And if you haven't done so, make sure the bell is always on for notifications. We're purely a live stream channel, so that's kind of our lifeline. Bro's only lost 2 matches for the last 4 matches. Are they counting the lights out steel cage match? I don't think so. This beatdown. Bro. Oh, they didn't even show the kick to the head, man. Damn near got rode off a TV. He needs to watch it. I don't like that he makes me want to bully him. Felt.
Swerve, how'd you lose the belt to a cripple guy? Signed a big contract, what you hiding? I know you stealing money like Hunter Biden. Your house burnt down, it's too bad. She can move in with me, I'll be your new dad. So step to the side, cause everybody loves the best wrestler alive. What is he thinking?
About to start my own diss Max rap segment. Yes.
That's what we call a
That's what we call a caster drop. Just about enough, boys.
Max drop was right there. Oh, I thought he... If Swerve started rapping on him, it's over with. First, we love... Honestly, Max doesn't making people hate him, despite how obnoxious he could be on. For real, that's the thing, right? He's... For a while, that heat online was just online, but it is finally transitioned to the live crowd, and I feel like that not as much of it is his doing as he'd like to think. But all the same, it's making it work and really do. Oh, look at him going for the Billy Gunn spot. Secondly, not to make it. Come on, notice how he only picks on this. I mean,
that really seemed to set Caster off on this
yeah.
path where he thinks that he's the star of the Acclaim.
Listen, the Acclaim, they've done it all. They've been tag team champions.
They're better at than the last one.
And sometimes
Not wrong, yo. Also, welcome in. How goes, friend?
and that's kind of what we've seen here in the head of Max Caster. He's the star.
Hope you're nice. Treating you well.
11 days ago, remember what we saw when Swerve Strickland and Bobby Lashley met at Full Gear. It was, it was as close to a 1-sided one-sided matches we've seen Swerve Strickland involved in.
Absolutely it was. Of course, Bobby Lashley is one of the most incredible athletes that's ever graced an AEW ring. I don't think that's kind of a surprise. But right now, Max Caster, this thing about
Yeah, he's actually getting some offense in.
Greatest wrestler, whatever he can.
Best wrestler alive.
Okay, best wrestler alive. Whatever he considers himself. I like the confidence. But listen.
Oh! House call right off. My man's just strong-souled it and went for the house call. I think we might be done here. It's the beginning of the end at the very least. No, for real, Xander, and I think if anyone could do it, it would be Swerve. Because Swerve is legitimately a musician. He is actually a rapper. Enjoy the Cena gimmick like it's a bath. Oh, yeah, no, actually, I would honestly say that Max Caster nowadays is a better rapper than Cena was then. However, that's from a technical standpoint. Then you get into, like, the whole person behind it call. Anyway, 3 house calls, put to sleep, as he should have. Best wrestler alive, about to get beat. Ooh, he got beat. Lone Star, did he get beat? Man's will surprise me if he walks out. Probably will. Track, but live, he was just as if not more awkward. No, for real. And he also had to go a cappella. I think that actually lent to him, because then you can determine your own flow. You know, you don't have to. A beat isn't demanding your pace. Oh. Back to the buckle. Let's go. Cena just sounded like he was talking and it happened to rhyme. Yes, it's exactly it. Yeah, and the thing is, right? They both spat raps about their opponents, roasting them. That's about where the similarities end. Such a beautiful thing how he just lands on his feet. So cool every time. But yeah, they like Max Caster, I think, has really taken that aspect and dimensionalized it over the years. I think Swerve could do a great spot sitting someone against an exposed second buckle and house calling. Ooh. Like an execution house call. Nah. The hip hop sent me. The hip hop. I wonder what they would have happened if they changed Max. Would be like Cena, divide people between. Right? Like would Max Caster's would be such a drastic shift away from what it currently is that people like find themselves comparing old Max Caster, new Max Caster. Oh, I liked it back in this day and stuff like that. The same camp. That was a lot of fun. That match is everything it needed to be. Part of me would have loved for it to just be like, Max Caster got no offense in, and just the finishing sequence was the entirety of the match. But I can totally understand them wanting to lend him some credibility, and it doesn't hurt. You know, it doesn't hurt Swerve for it to happen. Offense in something like a pro wrestling match, it's just going to happen. You could put one of the most no-name boxers against one of the biggest boxers in the world, and they're still going to get a few good hits in. Most likely. You know, it's impossible just to get jobbed out. But anyways, I shall be right back, y'all. And I'd return. Oh, MC Wyatt? Yo. But yes, seeing it was very Dr. Seuss rhyme, you would pick the simplest one-syllable rhyme. And it's just, oh man. And the fact that people would be like, oh, better than Eminem. Like, in like 2003. You know, like, are you mad? By Space Cadet. Space Cadet, yo. Still more creative than most rap names I had heard up until like 2015. Him with his delivery, it was simple, but how he said it made it. Yeah. Imagine you had moments ago. Y'all, that was. We had a whole ass match since then. Heat on Caster is political. It's possible, and honestly, I mean, might be on him for the most part. He makes more things than he needs to in his raps, political based. He's taken shots at both sides, most recently left, but in general, he's had no problems making it about politics when he just shouldn't.
You kind of deserve it, man. Do you remember Better Than You, baby? We were white.
Caster losing on the beat.
Everybody in the company.
Apollo
was happy.
203.
I mean, there wasn't this madness going on. Me with the world title, you standing by my side was record-breaking. Adam?
Was.
Turned on me. For what? Because you thought I was going to turn on you first? You don't have any proof of that, man. And look at the butterfly effect that you've created for it.
You don't have any
Because of
proof.
your actions, your friend Roderick Strong's arm is broken. Because of your actions, now you're going to have to face your best friend Kyle O'Reilly and beat the out of him just to get an opportunity to get your hands on me at World's End for my Dynamite Diamond ring. And to make matters worse, because of you cheating me out of my world title, now Jon Moxley has picked it up and he has taken over All Elite Wrestling and he rules with an iron fist. People are getting murdered every week, Adam, and it's all on you.
The gaslighting is real.
And I'm sick of it, Adam Cole. I am sick of you walking around pretending you're the hero when really you're the villain. The jaundice-infested villain who must be terminated. And you will be, Adam. Because I don't think you can beat Kyle O'Reilly. Matter of fact, I know you can't beat him. And that will be proven next week on Dynamite. And for that, you can thank me later.
You know, it'd be amazing. The bell rings between Kyle and Adam, and Kyle just hops at the ring and takes the count of victory. I got you, bro. And it was just a ruse the whole time. I think that would actually be pretty fun. Yo, let's go. This is literally going to be a battle of Mad Lads. That would actually be hilarious, right? Like, obviously, you don't have that be the opener or a main event, but like, just play MJF, right? Because like, how do you one up him at that point? Because MJF, here's the thing, right? He did what he did what good gaslighters did, and he took something that is rooted in truth and expanded it in his favor, right? Adam Cole did turn on MJF. Adam Cole did, pull the villain on him. And MJF goes, you don't have any proof of that. I'm sorry. I remember at least 3 separate instances where MJF went with that ring on his finger behind Adam Cole's back, thinking about doing it, went nah. And you could say moments of doubt because of friendship. You could also say moments of doubt because more mileage out of this. Or even more so, because he expects it, and I don't want to prove him right when I get him. Also, Craig, we need a Bluey Ray rap now. I just looked up and saw, wow, the way he just... That was actually... Why it's here for it? Nah. Credits are correct for doing what was called upon him to do at a moment's notice. This is literally Dr. One fish, two fish, red fish. Oof.
That Pac is not here alone. The Death Riders never
are. Dr. Crickonomics. Yo, he's staring hard. Yo! Coming out of the... I love it. It's coming out of the crowd now. I find it so funny how we see Pac actually aligned with Jon Moxley now. When we go back on the most recent Retro Dynamite we watched, and it had Pac and Mox teaming up, and Mox turned on Pac and walked out on the match. That's Father Dr. Crickonomics. Yo, where was Wheeler Yuta always there? Did anybody else see him walking out up until just now? Because I could have swore I saw Pac walk out of the tunnel solo. I'm always in my gear gimmick. Car, plane, press conference, anywhere. He's in trunks, boots, and arm. Right? Like he's no. One of these days, a wrestling match in the street's gonna break out, and I'm gonna be ready for it.
Jon Moxley using Pac to dismantle Jay White, protecting his championship. That's got to be what this is about, right, guys? Yeah. You know, this is not a part, as I said, of the Continental Classic, but this
Wheeler Yuta just looming in the background is hilarious. Sorry, mother, forgive me for I have. Indeed it has, Craig. Been a fun show. As it tends to be.
Yeah, but he's fearless. Looking at a man who's had 40 wins since his arrival here in AEW.
All right.
Jay White himself getting over an injury all summer long with that foot.
Slid right on outside. Okay. What is he getting in Yuta's face for? He's like, he just slid out of the ring and looks over. What are you staring at? Like, bro.
Pac charging in, elevated up and over the top. Jay White swinging a miss. Shoulder the midsection by Pac, rolling off the back of Jay White. Oh, belly rubber attempt, and Pac.
Wow, that was smart by Pac. Get right. Oh, wow.
Pac bailing out in some frustration there from the bastard Pac, but fans, don't miss your chance to witness history.
Agree, Riga. Personally, I love a chop that breaks the sound. Like when the pitch literally changes, like when it is a sound you feel before you hear, that is my favorite kind of chop. For you to just a punching back to truly, it is like he kind of was that in the BCC, but it's like it's even worse now. Instead of it being like chaotic neutral, it's neutral evil.
And that's why he's doing so well, even outnumbered.
I mean, remember, Switchblade Jay White, 2 consecutive victories over Hangman Adam Page since Jay White's return from injury. 2 victories over former AEW World Champion.
Snapping chops and then with a deep thud. Yes. Oh, the. It's just like, oh, that was like more of a clubbing blow to the chest and a chop. Saying he's in young blood, but let him breathe everyone that's around. No, for real. Man's hold up. I gotta take a powder so I can bully my ally. I almost said alley.
Recovering from whatever that chemical substance that Yuta and Jon Moxley poured down his throat.
That was brutal. That was brutal to watch. Brutal even watch the footage of it afterwards.
Some things to. Yep, I knew it. JY wasn't gonna fall for that. You see, that's what I love about a babyface who has so much roots in being a heel. They see the heelisms coming. They were there. They were that person. missing something and become the next big thing. Oh, yeah, that's 100% the case.
Hit very, very hard. I mean, Jay White, you know what? This is nothing new for him. We're talking about an international star.
I think what Yuta needs is a little more individuality. His identity is always heavily revolved around a group.
Not only in his native England, but really making his name for himself first in North America, then in Japan. Cover here.
Hey, what though, guys? What a start here for Jay White in this contest.
But I also think that's going to be a big part of making that individual.
Ignoring Wheeler Yuta on the outside, keeping his focus on Pac. But you know Yuta is probably just biding his time.
100% by 2030, Wheeler Yuta will have been a world champion. If he isn't by that point. If he isn't at that point.
It's like he's the whipping boy of the Death Riders a little bit. It seems like he's, I don't know, that he's under some sort of spell from John Moxley.
Yeah, I mean, he was a man in Wheeler Yuta that was so loyal to Bryan Danielson, but once I think Yuta realized, it's Wheeler Yuta sweeping the leg of Jay White.
That's what I was thinking. Have him start showing and doing things for himself without the fear of Death Riders. Yes. Like they're disguising it as trying to elevate him, but it feels like they're more so trying to keep him down. The end of the BCC would be Yuta going on a string of matches against all his mentors and beating them, including Bryan. Yeah, Riga, same here. I was waiting for the day that Yuta finally does have a match against someone else in the BCC and gets the win. Because, speaking of Rampage, that epic match on Rampage between Ring of Honor Pure Champion Wheeler Yuta and Jon Moxley, where even 2 Death Riders wasn't enough, and he didn't submit when finally locked in the bully choke. He passed out. And that was when him and Danielson were like, yeah, no, we're taking you on. That was a vicious stomp.
White new shirt. I mean, look at this. You've got Wheeler Yuta. You've got Pac.
That's your big takeaway, that he has a nice shirt on?
You cut off Shivani to say that?
Okay. Anyway, you've got Wheeler Yuta. You got Pac. They are 2/3 of the world 6-man tag team or trios champions. They don't even bring their belt to the ring.
Well, just like we haven't seen that AEW World Championship title belt since Jon Moxley won it from Bryan Danielson.
We don't even know if it's in the Halliburton that Marina carries around.
No, real.
Oh.
See.
Jay White's still alive here. Wow. He's not a guy who's going to quit on you. No, not at all.
I'm wondering if we have heard from her. I'm waiting for them to pop the graphic up. The more you say it, it's probably not happening. Yeah, if that's all it was, that was kind of bullshit, because that's not what we expected. That's not what you said. You could have said, we'll hear from Julia Hart, and we would have been fine.
You can feel it walking around backstage. Everybody's on eggshells. I want to make a wrong move.
This Pac now just circling his prey. Switchblade Jay White doing his best to try to get a
Yeah, Jade's not in a good way here.
Look at that, just measured stomps to the head. So disorienting, Daddy Magic. You get a heel.
Wondering where Hangman is in all of this.
Trying to get your bearings about you. It makes your head start spinning even worse.
That's right. You get smoked in the back of the head.
Or if we're going to see him for Collision.
It could take you 30 seconds, and in that time, you could take 2-3 more boots. And he's just toying with Jay White right now.
The way he just slowly settled into that headlock.
The head of Jay White being compressed in the arms of Pac. AEW Dynamite live on TBS from the Fishers Event Center just outside of Indiana.
Yuta out here. Yeah, come on. Wretched.
Controlling Switchblade Jay White. Pac, of course, representing Jon Moxley's Death Riders. Jay White, perhaps with designs on Moxley's AEW World Championship, but he has to go through the bastard here tonight, Tony.
And it's not easy to go through the bastard Pac. And yes, Wheeler Yuta helped him get the advantage, but right now, Jay White fighting back, but Pac is just too much offense right now, guys. What an exchange right there, back and forth. These two young athletes, two studs here in AEW.
Nice. Yes.
Pac very easily to his feet, but
Pac as good as ever. Oof.
now that half and half front suplex. Pac very dangerous landing in the corner.
Absolutely dangerous.
Yeah, that old-fashioned souffle.
Knee, blow a hamstring, the way he hit those turnbuckles. Could have been the move, the opening that Jay White was looking for here.
You have to imagine that Jay White
Pulling himself up, but man, is he taking his time.
be still part of the Continental Classic. You'd have to imagine Jay White would love to have another set of eyes watching his back as he goes to war with the Death Riders, were it not for the injury to Juice Robinson.
Absolutely. A man on his own. Look at this.
Yo. The little rebound for the chop.
Intensity picking up here.
But Pac trying to
I wonder what that's
Jay
about.
White turns him right back in his favor as Jay White.
Gosh.
Right now.
Now the hammer
He is lighting Pac up.
Pac swing. Jay White
Oh, dude, you need to stop doing this.
it's over. Hooks the leg. Pac barely beating the referee's 3 count.
Yeah, but he beat the referee's 3 count. But
The way he's got to sell like that every single time he gets dropped on his head.
could have been it. Took an extra second or 2 there. All right. Jay White holding his ribs. Still feeling the pain. It's a very physical contest
He's
here.
going to go on the floor here, which may not be advisable.
But it's 2-on-1. You're right, Tony.
Look behind him.
Throwing caution to the wind here, Jay
Wheeler
White.
Yuta, 1/3 of the AEW World
See
Trios
human
Champion.
slinky.
Claudio Castagnoli watching his fellow Death Rider.
True.
Match as Jay
The
White
way.
likes that Uranaga
Dude.
position.
You fit right in here. Here you go.
Do anything that time. He didn't want to get thrown out.
Yeah, very.
Nice in the rebound suplex. As soon as he hit the ropes, I know that was going.
The match is Wheeler Yuta, but Jay White there's the
Uranage.
But he had to take a big German suplex from Pac to land it.
Going back and forth. Both men are down.
Fans are loving this one.
They're appreciating it. The athleticism, the intensity. Two of the best here in AEW going at it right now.
Yeah, you see the fatigue setting in for both men. This has been very physical, both inside and outside of the ring. Off the barricades, off the aprons. As referee Paul Turner giving the 10 count to both men. And both men taking this opportunity to recover, but if they don't answer it,
We got a draw.
yeah, we have no contest.
Jay White's got his eyes focused, though.
But Pac pulling himself
Yeah.
up to his feet with the assistance of the ropes with Jay White.
Yo.
This is what ran right into the boot of the bastard.
Jay White recovered quickly, but
It was so cool until he got kicked back down to the ground.
Nicely done.
And now with Jay White down in the corner, Pac could be looking to take flight here.
he may go for the black arrow here, and if that's it, he could win it right now.
Could be it here.
Pac has so many weapons off that top rope. He
White's got
finds
him
his
up.
foot,
Yep.
shooting star press, no, rolls through. Jay White there, Blade Runner.
Very
Avoided by
slick.
Pac. Now standing, switches all around. Back elbow from Pac. Jay White though.
Can almost feel it. Something's got to
Yeah, to spin all of that weight, not just his own, but another human being on one leg like that can go real wrong real fast.
Avoids it and
Oh, caught himself. He was going to crown him with that half and half. Got him that time.
Pac avoided the first one, but not the second. The half and half suplex.
I feel like people need to get that scouted about Jay White. He has a great habit of going right back to the move that you avoid.
Looking for a Blade Runner here. No, Pac.
Oh no. Yo, speaking of the 2019 retros, Pac put down Kenny Omega and Hangman Page back to back with this move.
Pac has forced so many opponents to submit in this very hold. The brutalizer cinched in, the blood flowing from the mouth of Switchblade Jay White.
Yeah, Jay White is in the center of the ring. He's got to do something.
The weight of his opponent, center of the ring. Those hands are locked. Look at this though, Jay White attempting to will himself on. Just fall back.
The way he is choosing to not go to the ropes is actually incredible.
Jay White, the right arm out.
You probably should have gotten to it sooner, my guy. Oh, perfect.
That was a Superman effort right there by Jay White.
It's just the will to survive the fight.
But look at this Pac holding up.
Oh, come on. Should have just gone to 5. I honestly wouldn't have minded that finish. Oh. The way Turner has literally no idea. Fucking what? The way that is just such a checkmate move.
Sometimes that's all it takes. We know Pac is world class. That's right.
Unbelievable. It just takes 1 second.
For real. He full on took that. Psycho. Oh, got one for you too, buddy. Oh my god, when that Blade Runner comes out of nowhere. For real, because they do so well with it.
Jay, just give it to her.
The way Johnny Magic's. Finally. But no. Yeah, hit her with it. Before. Yep, there it is. I kind of wanted Jay to know it was coming.
You had to know this was going to happen.
John Moxley continuing his path of destruction, continuing to target Jay White.
Get your hands up, Jay.
Don't even think about it.
And here's the thing, Tony. I mean, John
Oh.
Moxley, he spent weeks trying to get Orange Cassidy to step up, as now he's got Jay White locked in, perhaps.
Paradigm shift. Oh.
This guy, and we saw Jay White. He did step up. He took a shot. He took a swing at the AEW World Champion, and somehow Moxley, in his deranged mind, feels insulted by this.
This guy's an animal. To say
What is that thing on the back of his head? Is that a wound or something? Hangman! Yo!
At John Moxley.
oh my God. Moxley was leaving, but now he's not going anywhere. Well,
You know, we're so used to seeing interference like that be a finish, so I respect you for switching that. Yes!
On John Moxley in the AEW World Championship.
what is about to happen here?
Oh, Moxley and Hangman.
The history here.
Some great stuff going.
Yo! Orange?
Got a cameraman.
One of our production crew.
Orange!
We haven't seen Cassidy since Full Gear. Look at this. Creating the opening for Hangman Adam Page.
This track.
Cassidy
Yo.
extra fear fighting off and
Yo.
Hangman Adam Page, even though he's not one
Cassidy being subdued.
fight to the
Oh, and then Hangman.
Oh no. Yeah, Marina got dumped.
For real!
and Pac and Wheeler Yuta focusing their fire, protecting their job.
Give us another.
What?
Pac as well. Give it.
Wait, what happened to Marina?
Look at the face. Look at the face of Orange Cassidy. What are we waiting for? This place is coming unglued. Yes. Punch from Moxley. Jay. And Jay White.
Yup. Dropped. Knobbler got taken out. Oh, see threw her over the barricade. Oh, okay, bet.
Wow, what a
I'm doing pretty good, Victor. My day has been good to me. And the show has been awesome up until this point. Okay. Oh, something tells me he's not going to aim for Mox.
fans can feel it now. That knee.
Orange Cassidy, Hangman Adam Page, and Switchblade Jay White united at least for a moment here tonight.
Is in front of me. Is that I needed.
It feels good, boys.
And look at me, Mr. Man Lumen.
For his shot at the AEW World Championship.
I say fucking a deal with Maria. And Orange was like, okay, I got you.
Will this mean for World's End coming up on December 28th?
Right? He's like, yeah, nope. I'm not having this. What makes a stronger bond than a common enemy? Truth. Yes, indeed. That was an incredible segment. Not to gloss over what you were saying earlier, Craig. I saw you mention it in diss track, and that is hilarious. And notice, you haven't heard from Ben. Got 24 hours to respond. I see people looking into the segment being like, is Mox using the flare to signal for help? Are they calling to the person that they're answering to? And it's like, why would you not use a phone? Hey!
Figure you out. But something I do know about you is that you like to play these little mind games, don't you? That doesn't work for me, mate. I'm more of a face-to-face or a fist-to-face type of gal. What is this all about anyway? My triumphant return at Wembley. Everyone and their mothers is pissed off about that. Just like you. For whatever reason, I don't know. I don't know how many times I have to say this to you and anybody that will listen. I came back to right wrongs. I came back to settle scores, and that has nothing to do with you. I was on the cusp of something great. I could feel it in my bones and feel it in my gut. And for that to be ripped away from you, it changes you, man. That's why this International Women's Cup means a lot to me. And I'm very determined to take it all the way. I'm ready to fight anytime, any place. But you can't fight what you can't see. So how about this? I come find you. And on your comeback, you're gonna lay knocked out on the mat, and the last thing you see is me.
We do a WatchaMania rap station, right? The sweet Soraya. Oh my gosh. I can't with you, Raya. No, Rigo, that's a good shout. Her style has been on point. I've really dug it. What I haven't dug is that they will not put her in front of a live crowd. Like, please, why couldn't you have given her like 2 more minutes? Not even that. So she could have done an entrance and come out in front of the people and say all of that. I think that would have been very helpful. Salt Flats promo was simple but effective. They need a new ad. Every time I see this one, I think of car commercials. You see the truck driving out there. It's just be like, the Ford F-150. Powered by this and that. Built to withstand these conditions. Like, it's... I know the exact kind of commercial you're thinking of. If I knew more about cars, I could have made that a more authentic impression. But alas, I is car dummy. I wonder if they're personally going light on matches in case her injury is still a little touch. Keeping on the contact minimum. I hear that, Riga. Totally get that. But yeah, like, let the people hear from her live. Let that happen for more of the women in general. Agree. Jamie will hear from segments or always backstage. It feels like she needs to be out there with the crowd. That's what I'm exactly like. Even if that was the second or third take, you can't convince me that the first one was so bad that it's not a simple flub that could be worked through in front of a crowd. You know, when people love someone as authentically as they do Jamie Hayter, if she goes out there and trips over her words once, it's not going to destroy her. You know, people aren't going to think she's a shit promo because of it. Things like that. You know, how many times has Kevin Owens, one of the best promos of the 21st century, tripped over his own words in the middle of a promo? I'd venture to say at least 5 times a year. And there's literally nothing wrong with that because he recovers excellently, keeps going with the point, does not lose momentum with what he's saying. And that takes a certain level of confidence, sure, but I think that confidence is one that can be developed more if embraced. I feel like in pro wrestling has given this impression that everything's got to be delivered clear-cut, crystal, perfect execution when it comes to a promo. Sorry, they're setting my girl Penelope up with these matches. Here's the thing. Penelope Ford, at this stage in her career, she had the 2 years off because of injury and such. But I don't think that necessarily sets her up to be like a main player. I think for now she's a depth name, and divisions need that. I think she's still getting featured a lot. I think we're getting to see some growth from her, and if we get to see more character moments for her, I think it's justified. Stop this minute.
Champion, I am so excited about Final Battle happening on December 20th, live from the Hammerstein Ballroom Get your tickets now. There's not too many available. And while you're in Beantown,
What the fuck are we watching? For real. I feel like I'm watching NXT on the CW where I get that little ad. It's like, you got 30 minutes after the show? Come what? Me, I got the news for you. In that very, like, 2001 news station setup they have. Very a little niche of a reference, but if y'all keep NXT on cable, you probably know. Give her more than a singular win. I hear that. I can get with that. Jericho News Reporter is not my bingo, right? I wanted to see when it faded back in.
I'm going to give you more information on that on a very special TV time live on Ring of Honor tomorrow night. You can watch that on
Live on Ring of Honor?
Don't you dare miss it. And don't you dare miss me, the King of New York, at the Hammerstein Ballroom in the Big Easy.
You gotta see it to believe it.
I'm Chris Jericho, and this has been a New York Minute.
Chris Jericho, indeed. Yeah, I broke one of my own rules of just straight up talking over the promo there, but I can't be bothered.
My apologies. I thought you were him.
What is this?
Run a while ago. Rumor has it he's coming back to town.
Really? Last I saw, he was milling around. You really think he'll come back around here?
I'll tell you what. This outlaw returns, this whole town's in trouble.
In his best worst way, and I love it.
He's a wanted man.
This week, looking cowboy ass. Bandito! Oh, okay. Return vignette for Bandito. I like that. Yo, Bandito! Yo! Well over a year in the making. Haven't seen him in about 16 months. I think it's closer to 18, actually. Yes. Again, speaking of Rampage, classic matchup. They were both on one side of. Why does it feel like Red Dead RP server package? Oh my god, that's so true. What a shout. Oh. Bandito can be his own Keith and then Jericho. It's history. Oh yeah, no, they have that. In fact, Bandito and Jericho had a match during his previous ROH title run, if I'm not mistaken, where we saw Bandito flex a lot of what he was capable of for the first time on AEW television. And I say that knowing he did the whole stuff. He did stuff it all in, but yeah.
Anna Jay, Penelope Ford up next on Dynamite. These two women, the last time they crossed paths with the final Rampage in 2021, the brutal tag team street fight.
Yep.
Now set to compete here tonight on Dynamite. Let's head to the Dapper Yapper, Justin Roberts.
And her opponent from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Penelope looked like she stole Soraya's jacket, though. Oh, wait, what? She's beaten Anna Jay in both singles matches they've had? Well, all right. I kind of like them doing these vignettes mid-entrance. I don't blame you. It's not a bad shout. It helps expand upon things a little bit. You're the only internet proposed good, bad, and ugly trio of Bandito, Ryan, Keith, and him. I have not seen that bit. That sounds like fun, but I think at a different time in their careers. Absolutely get Brian Keith away from Jericho, but I think Hangman is a little too locked up with stuff he's doing to kind of bring them into the fold like that. But there are more creative minds than I that could make that work more authentically than I can think of. So I'd be here for it if they made it happen. I'd give it a shot at the very least. All right. Just straight to the round. Yes, she is here.
Yes, and not many people can say that. How many eliminator matches that we had where the challenger won the chance to get a title shot? And not many. Very, very few.
In fact, yeah, they mentioned how many people have won eliminator matches. And funny enough, it has happened for the women's division more than any other, where people have won world title eliminators against the champion. Anna beat Mariah. I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was Yamashita who beat Thunder Rosa during her reign in an eliminator in Japan to get a match on AEW television. I might be mixing her up with somebody else. But yeah. I'm trying to remember who else. Somebody else beat one of the champs in an eliminator match. Shot. I think it worked more as a group, as each other's backs rather than a trio that competes as a team. Yes. Oh yeah. No. That's kind of the impression I was getting from that. But even then, it's just like to bring them together, while not just completely disregarding what is going on with their characters right now, is the hard part. See, that's my problem with fantasy booking, is I try to make too much sense of it. I like, you know, the concept is, oh, in isolation, what do you think of this idea? And I'm sitting here being like, well, how do we make it make sense? Because then I'll be into, yeah, it's just, I'm a dork like that sometimes. Also, I gotta give it to Penelope. She's had more of this match than I thought she was going to up until this point.
Between these two women, as we saw that brutal tag team street fight, it was Penelope and the Bunny facing Anna Jay and Tom Mello. KJ.
Yeesh.
Back in Jacksonville, was that December 2021?
It certainly was, Daddy Magic.
Penelope breaking the count.
And it was Tom Mello
Smart.
and Jay that got the win that night. And probably something that has not sat well with Penelope Ford in the last 2 years.
Man! Anna's head bouncing off the post here. This is trouble, guys. Yeah, you know, this started with a couple of slaps, maybe about
there it is.
from Anna Jay when she slapped Penelope, almost like it woke a giant.
Penelope looking for the cover. The far leg was hooked.
I'm surprised by the aggression of Penelope. Maybe I shouldn't be. Gotta be aggressive, man.
It's just since the beginning, so
Sure.
yes. Very much so. I'm glad Penelope has stayed frequent. I was concerned that after the program with Jamie, she was just kind of going to fade into the background, maybe get some matches on Ring of Honor here and there, but she's been kept in the fold on TV. And both of them have grown a lot. I hate to keep harping back to it just because it sounds like I'm being like me a plug meister, but the Retro Dynamites, we're seeing Penelope Ford appear a few times now, and you can definitely tell the growth she's had from then until this point.
You checked in on me and I left you on red?
I don't have an iPhone.
Wow. The same feeling after the Jamie stuff. Actually, they'll fall back.
Just getting the knee into the...
Yeah, I'm hoping she gets lobbied into a group soon, because I think that's what's in her best interest. Either the Outcast alongside Harley and a returning Saraya, or into the Vendetta alongside Deanna and Taya. I think she could fit into either one of those groups fairly well.
She's in trouble, you're right, Tony. She's gotta find a way to dig herself back into this thing.
Oh my gosh, the way she was just like mocking Aubrey.
You get that attitude by being successful at what you do.
I know he is getting a good break though. Oh, you see, the thing is, Craig, I wouldn't be against that, right? Because, yes, Anna did just proclaim she wants to challenge for that TNT title. But I think you can tell a little mini story with these two if Penelope does sneak a win or beat Anna with some cheating. Then you can set up a match later on down the line, maybe like at World's End, probably on the 0 hour, but World's End nonetheless, and have the rematch, or even go to like Hammerstein. I keep making that mistake. Girl, relax. Penelope to OCs, the emotes to OCs. Diamante to the Vendetta isn't a bad show. That's
right back into this thing.
Oh, outcasts. Okay. I was
Fight through the pain.
right where I'd say it hurts
That
me.
kick in the corner. And now Penelope brought down hard. Anna accelerates to the ropes. Neck.
Nice. Well, yeah, but outcast is one word, so using 2 letters as an abbreviation for it doesn't register with me. I'm typing tonight. You're fine. AEW feels like if you're not in a faction, you don't have as much to grab onto. Not in a bad way, but being with a group gives bigger energy. So, yes, it gives bigger energy. It allows for stories to be told more authentically without giving away matches as often. And it allows for more people to get featured on TV regularly. It's really good. It gives you easy outs when you have to, like, sub out people for injury or travel issues or whatever. Oh, scouted. Scouted. I love that. Oh, going for the Queen Slayer. We got it. Sorry, Penelope for See, that's better. I most definitely would not have understood that anyways, but I still appreciate the adjustment.
But it was not to be. She needs to keep her focus, though. Penelope cannot afford to let Anna back into this match.
This is what, her 4th match back after a 2-year layoff? You're getting into the deep waters now. She goes to the top rope.
Oh, she's ready to get out of them. Wild analogy, Rika. Don't snark me. Oi. Oh, fighting out of it, though. These two know each other well.
Kicking out the leg of Anna. She's hanging around. Back and forth these ladies go. The drop kick to the spine. Penelope Ford now looking for the cover. One.
Really took your time getting into that pin.
There was a bit of indecision there, maybe attributed to the ring rust.
I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying them being separate acts, if I'm honest. But I do think they could make it work in some way. My only thing is, I can't imagine a good reason why. Oh, lost the bridge there. She's got it right. Oh, but she doesn't have enough leverage to keep her weight on her. Now it's like for a little leverage. Keeping you on a plane would be crazy to level up from Jericho Chris. Yo, that's fun. You got kind of like that AJ when it has its own Con Air. Oh, up, and I think we're done here. Yeah. Great match, though. Got her first career victory over Penelope.
Well, she's won 8 of her last 10 matches now.
And now Anna asking for a microphone. Whoa. I have an idea of what she might
Not wrong.
have to say, but let's hear from the woman herself.
Mercedes.
Make sure that for the time being.
I know
Let them
you were
establish themselves
watching
without one
tonight.
another. For now,
Out here
yes.
right now.
Zach. All right.
Dog-ass twice for the CEO. It's going to happen now.
The TBS champion, the CEO, Mercedes Moné.
Mercedes gets to appear in front of the crowd.
Yeah, I was watching Anna, and let me get one thing straight. If Chris Statlander, the biggest and the strongest woman on the AEW roster, can't beat me for this, then what makes you think that you can?
Let me hit you with the. See.
And people call me arrogant. You know, Mariah must have kicked you a little too hard.
That's all you get for free.
But I actually like your confidence. So if you want a shot at the TBS championship, then
Gotta give the people what they want.
you actually done something in this business, kiddo.
Oh, no. Girl, you are in pumps. I would not be getting physical. Yep, there it is.
I'll take that, champ.
Well, the champ asked for it by...
Well, Anna Jay ready for a fight. Now Mercedes. Mercedes, oh, she's checking her watch. She's got somewhere to be.
Right. Well, all right.
On her time. Well, the time, as I understand it, for the TBS champion, it is coming in 2 weeks.
Oh. All right, then. Holiday Bash, sweet. All right, I need to get a screenshot of this so I can make the graphic happen right. Will Ospreay versus Darby is happening. It's
2 weeks from tonight, live on DC Dynamite Holiday Bash. But coming up next, our main event.
big theater kid energy to me. She needs to loosen up a little more. Ooh, really? That's an interesting take. I don't get those vibes from her, but I can see why. See, Howard. That's hilarious. Crazy to think Holiday Bash is only 2 weeks away, right? Well, the funny thing is Holiday Bash is exactly 1 week before Christmas. We're Dynamite on 34th Street is the Christmas edition. Ooh, I'm looking forward to that one. By the way, yes, I will be going live for that at the holiday, of course. And everyone who's going to be doing holiday stuff will be occupied. Totally get that. But we will be live. And for those who still want to come by and get the wrestles, get the wrestles vibes. But I'll be right back, y'all. Get back with chat in just a moment. And I return. Sorry, I did not mean to be away the entire break, but in the ropes. To answer what you were saying, to respond to what you were saying earlier, Rika, I see what you're saying with Anna. And I suppose if I really paid attention, I see what you're saying. But I guess it's one of those things people forgive because it's so hard to not like her, you know? From Blue Sky during intermission to see if everyone just collectively hating on Jericho being on the show. I love that. That's awesome. It'll look fucked up, but it will be safe, right? What? But I totally understand where Crick's coming from with the concern. Okay, someone's gonna do some of the stupid spot.
We are 1 week away from.
That's the thing about a tournament like this, right?
Winter is coming. We need to talk about these issues that you have with a woman that you claim.
Heavy criticism. I just noticed that. I think. No, I hear you, Rika. I get you. You're not trying to sit here and be like, she sucks because of these things. Like, no, it's constructive criticism, and I appreciate that.
We absolutely do not have to do this. We do not have to sit here and demand answers like I owe you any explanation for the way I live my life.
As long as I hold this title, anything I do is the right thing to do. So why don't you just sit there and listen? Okay? I think giving a title shot to my best friend is a pretty generous gesture. I mean, she wouldn't be getting one otherwise. Shaking your tits only gets you so far. At some point, you have to go to work. And I will make you work every second you're in the ring with me because I believe in you, Mina. And when we're done, we'll sip all the champagne in the world.
This entire women's division is utter.
Did you just see
There was a hell of a sign last week that said,
Storming in the background?
is alive.
I think that was Mia.
Women's
Who's gonna
wrestling
loop
is
around.
dead and buried because I'm the one holding the shovel.
Yep.
Do it to my face. Winter is coming. Make me walk.
Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. I loved that. That was a perfect subversion of expectation. Ooh. Mia's a bat, right? She's got a bit of... Do it to my face. And Mariah didn't do it. Ooh. Great that it's happening and winter is coming because that was cold. This match just feels like I beat up Darby worse. No, I beat up Darby worse. Yeah, probably just cuss like there's no tomorrow. You gotta talk for looks and all that shit. Brody kid in the ski mask. Yo, that jacket. Now more than ever, I feel like he could be a tag team with Darby. By the way, y'all, please do drop a thumbs up if you could be so kind. I know a lot of us have been hanging out here tonight and have already done so. And thank you so much for just being here because you make the vibes. But a call to those who may have come in sooner than later. Please drop those thumbs up. We're just nearing 20. Dude, it does more than, you know. I know I'm not sounding very convincing right now, more so because I'm just kind of trying to enjoy Claudio's theme. But yes. If you could be so kind, please and thank you. Boo, get off the stage. That putt was horrible. I used to cut off on that.
Claudio Castagnoli. That's right, he got off to a hot start last year. Trying to duplicate it this year. You get out to 6 points. You start to
This theme makes Claudio feel like he's in his Sephiroth era. There's something about Brody that I just need to see in his champ at some point. I mean, truly. Yeah, like, he is so beyond credible. And he's got so many more dimensions to him that he gets to display on regular. That I think a championship run would really help bring out more authentically. And I think a lot more people would gravitate to him than they already do for that. Swisseroth.
As you mentioned, everyone banned from ringside. 3 points for victory, 1 point for a draw, and a 20-minute time limit.
And yeah, we're going to stay with this until there's a winner or until the 20
Ooh,
minutes
that's not a bad shout.
runs out the 20-minute time limit. If that's the case, each man will get a point. I love it.
And fans,
stick with the action.
We are very excited about January 1st.
No worry, guy. I definitely got that impression. It was very Darby-esque. The pink jacket. Jason Statham plays Sephiroth as Claudio. Oh my gosh. Take my money. Why, it's onto something. Claudio coming out like the true final boss. Like, right? Watch people be like, oh, this higher power, this higher power, this higher power. What if Claudio's the higher power? What if Claudio's the true commander-in-chief of this whole operation?
his match at Full Gear with Kyle Fletcher. Ospreay was all taped up, and Ospreay, of course, he earned 3 points in that victory against Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson was injured in that match, will be replaced in the tournament by Commander. But now a 3-way tie at the top of the Gold League table.
How many people have not been able to knock down?
Oh, we're getting louder with these chops.
How many? One. Brody King.
One's broken knee.
Oh my God.
You see the redness.
Well, he just said yes. So you can at least tip it over, right? One would hope. I don't mind this going to time if they give me a good creative way. My thing with time limit finishes, I think that more often than not, the bell ringing from time limit right before the match actually ends is an overdone finish, you know. Don't convince me that the match would have been won decisively at 20 minutes, 2 seconds. Just, you know, show me that they just couldn't finish each other in that time. He said that on the show. Incredible force. Right, Riga? I feel like people just want to hate on him. He is a freak of nature in the kindest way possible.
Brody looks like he's hurt his right hand there. And that's heavily
The perfect 2 for another draw, right? No, like, I think last year, only having the one time limit draw was something they could have... They could have done that more, is what I'm trying to get at. Frosty Freaks for it, yeah. 4K. Shots out Glacier. Kyle Fletcher versus Kazuchika Okada on Collision. I just processed that. What? Quite like Okada escaping submission with the time limit, honestly. This is new lazy character and getting caught out. Oh, yeah. And you see, honestly, I think time limit draws for Okada work better than anything. He is demonstrated throughout this Continental title run already that he's willing to take advantage of that time limit because he's such a long-term wrestler. I don't know how else I could put it, but he's used to going the distance in matches. We often say it takes 20 minutes just for Okada to get into that gear. So I feel like that's a part of the story. He doesn't even have to get into that gear. He can just stall out until that point.
This is what he does so well. Focusing on one part of the body, and it's a part of the body that Brody
doesn't wake up until 20 minutes.
And Brody tried to chop him with it right there. Use it for those chops.
He draws about 20-minute meaningful matches between 2 athletes. I think that works. It's always been great from WWE. Yes, yo. Very much so. This is crazy.
He felt those chops earlier in this contest. 4, 5, 6 hard chops.
Yeah, I mean, just watch a Brody King match, Daddy Magic, and the secret's out. You know those chops are not
It's not a real match.
They're not something you want to endure.
Don't you know?
Goes for the cover.
Barely a 2.
Pickles a man the size of Brody with ease that time. Look at this. Double wrist lock. Trouble here.
We trust with a 90-minute Iron Man match. Fair. Wasn't it him and Kenny that had the 90-minute 2 out of 3 falls match?
To bide his time.
Bro just stomped his hand. Come on now.
Yeah, just stay right with it. Tell you what, if Brody King's going to get back in this contest, he's not going to be doing it with a chop. Here we go. Fighting back and forth now, both these men. We got a slugfest. And you know what?
Okada is waiting for him to miss out on the finals.
Reactionary for him to do that.
I think it would be very surprising if Okada did not make it to at least his block finals.
He needs to stay away from it. That's right. To your point, create that distance. Try to recover. Oh, good God.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how the block finals go this year compared to last year. I don't know I don't know which version I'm going to like more.
Closest to the corner. Claudio well acquainted with that and punishing the wrist of Brody King. He's going to stay.
We missed out on the finals. You know what? That's true, Xander. He just came back from, like, I guess a paternity leave, you could say.
His opponents the last couple weeks with a devastating clothesline. You know, I got to admit, not many people have had Brody in this much trouble.
Yeah. It has been a lot of Claudio this match, surprisingly. Brody in peril is not something you're used to seeing. Ooh. The crowd barking to rile him up.
Brody King, Claudio Castagnoli battling it out. Daddy Magic, the game plan from Claudio Castagnoli is clear. Concentrate his attacks on that surgically repaired wrist of Brody King.
He's going after the wrist, the arm, the hand. Doesn't want to feel those chops anymore. Here comes one. Right now. You know, it's got to be taken
Caught.
on Brody King at the same time.
As Claudio Castagnoli
Working that hand now.
focusing the attack once again. On that right hand, but the Death Valley driver.
Just like that.
Could this be it for King? No, Claudio Castagnoli still in this match.
And don't forget, there is a 20-minute time limit. There's some blood on the nose, the bridge of the nose.
Alrighty, yeah, we're coming up on. Well, we've actually just gotten past the 6-minute time limit. No, the 6-minute mark.
That's right, 3 points for a victory, 1 point for a draw as Castagnoli.
Yeah, Fletcher and Ospreay, you see them both in there, and like, do they have their next match as a part of this tournament? Because I feel like it's almost better they don't.
Despair. He can't believe that wasn't it. It's almost like he wants it to be over.
We will either have someone all alone as a leader of the Gold League, or we will have 2 men tied at top.
I believe the block finals and the finals are 30-minute time limits, right?
Yeah, it would be.
All right. Like nothing, just muscled him up for that DVD.
Looking for 3 of his own.
All right.
No. As now Castagnoli, that
Oh, getting those hammer and anvil elbows in.
Wasted no time. I love it.
pounding. But he does so well, guys. Focusing on the
I hear you, EU.
King.
Honestly, I
Intercepts that elbow.
win, lose, or draw for any result, I'm okay for.
Brody capturing.
All right. That arm capture lariat.
You gotta wonder though. Did it have everything?
For real, Ricky, like I said, freak of nature.
Clothesline with that lariat.
I believe Brody is bleeding from the ear.
We saw
To be that naturally strong.
from the bridge of the nose.
I love that for him.
As he hits the ear, was bleeding as well.
God, what a high-impact physical matchup.
This has been a heavyweight slugfest. After what we witnessed last year, Tony, we knew that part 2 was going to
What was that by Bryce? He looked at both of them like 4 times before counting 4.
Just slugging it out here.
And you can see both men are dazed, but they're not giving in either.
Do these shots. Oh, he's going left-handed here.
Castagnoli ate that shot, but it was from the left hand. As Daddy Magic identified.
Waits to the bar, and he just keeps lifting it. They were like, bro, there's not any more room on the bar. It's like, well, then get the bigger bar. There isn't a bigger bar. What do you mean there isn't a bigger bar? No, that is not. I don't know the reference you're making. I'm more supplant.
Brody King as well.
It's second nature.
It's-
Second nature to
I've seen an Unbreakable. Yes, I have not seen that.
Claudio.
As Brody King avoids contact. Now
I think I'm definitely referencing a different thing.
fans are barking along with Brody here.
Brody King and absolutely.
Is he missing a tooth?
we are live on Dynamite. A pivotal match in the Gold League of the Continental Classic. Brody King looking to.
Apparently, it's the Gold League leader versus the Blue League runner versus. Yes, Sander. That's the thing, is it's different than last year's finals, and I'm not sure if I like that, because I kind of like the idea of a rematch occurring in the block finals.
That's right. Coming up this Friday night on Rampage, Blue League action, the Beast Mortos. Daniel Garcia, both men looking for their first victory. Mark Briscoe likewise looking for his first victory, but he will face Kazuchika Okada and Ricochet. Commander, Gold League action this Friday night and Saturday. Commander has to turn around and face Darby Allin. Likewise, Mark Briscoe has to turn around and face Daniel Garcia in the Blue League. Big elbow strike, the cover. 1, 2, no. Claudio Castagnoli able to
Look out.
and as we announced earlier tonight, this Saturday, collision, Columbus, Ohio, Kyle Fletcher, Kazuchika Okada, Blue League action. Can Kyle Fletcher get out to a 9-point lead? As now, Brody King, once again, that injured arm.
Watch Okada tie again with Fletcher.
all around Excalibur on all of our television programs, including this one right here.
Claudio's in trouble now.
Yo, the double chop. That sucked.
Showing his resilience there as
The size of these two men, guys, to be up there. Look out!
super heavyweights on the top.
And down they go. Look at the fans. Unbelievable.
Fishers, Indiana on their feet as Brody King, perhaps with 3 points in hand. Gonzo Bomb.
Yo, it wasn't really a Gonzo bomb. That was just a pile driver.
Castagnoli escapes. Put him in the stuffed pile driver that time, and this is what the Continental Classic's all about. Right here, what we're watching right now. This tournament is no joke.
This tournament, no joke. There are no easy matches. As we are witnessing, these two men have been slinging haymakers since the outset.
It is a grueling road to the top of the C2.
Let's go, Brody. Oh, just narrowly avoided.
The footsteps did Castagnoli, and he took himself out of the range of Brody King. Smart move.
The C2 is called the C2 by basically fan demand. They want to refer to it as CC, but both fans and wrestlers last season said it's to be C2 until it's done. Yes, I agree too, because it plays off of the fact that it is effectively AEW's G1. You know, G1, C2, it just has that same ring to it. Gonzo Bomb got to be one of my favorite finishers right now. Yes. Gonzo Bomb. Oh, the Dante's Inferno combo is great. When they toss him into catch, bomb. Oh, that's so great.
Big thudding elbow strike has Claudio Castagnoli seated in the chair at ringside. Brody King.
Home. They took out the whole bill stand like this last week and almost did it again.
And Claudio, the uppercut.
Tell you what, might not be the worst thing if this match ends here. For both
The most badass names too, right, dude? Like they have cool names too. Like best finishes. Nine. The way he really stretched that 9 out. Bro did a light jog in. Like a little more urgency would be great.
Look at the fans standing here. Castagnoli, he's been using that lariat very effectively as of late.
Oh god, one of his own though. God, those guys would know that. Yes, there you go. That's the thing, is they are both protected by their own aura. You know, they're kind of bulletproof in that regard. Oh, all right. That was vile. July men's dog fella. Oh! Got it! Wow. Both years in a row in his matchup against him. Got the win. Yeah, damn, but impressive. Here cheats and Brody does. Claudio versus Will is next week. I thought that was gonna be a Dynamite on 34th. What? Well, all right then. Rather Brody or Rob. I can't be mad. I hear that. That's the thing. I was just saying, like, any result here I was okay with. I can't be dogging it all that much. Because, yeah. Like we were just saying, both of them are so protected. They're so good. C2 delivers every damn week. Every single time. It has one of the best matches going for it. Every night, I should say, it has one of the best matches going for it. Just based on the C2. Yes, this show was a lot of fun. Sorry, I am a little out of sorts. I am starving, so I am going to go get me some food. Make sure y'all are fed yourselves. Make sure you get some rest. Have a wonderful night. Do drop a thumbs up if you could be so kind. I dropped the link to Rampage and Collision in there already, so you can make sure to be notified for that. You could also just head over to the live tab on the WatchaMania YouTube page. Hit notify me if we got all of those. I'll be scheduling the Winter is Coming stream tonight as well. I already got the thumbnail for it. But other than that, y'all, oops, lost my seat. You take care. Have a wonderful night. Happy wrestling.